Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Yellow. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here we go.
57's the Mike. Rock 57.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Hey, 57, 57.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. X3, 218, jump.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
90, Wolf. Coming this way, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You better be afraid of me.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive lineman, tight end, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready? 50, plant. 52, hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Get in the weight room. Fight. I'm scared. Shoot.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. as the Bears push further out in front.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right there. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Under 10. Under 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. The 40, 30, 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play action fake, then look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It's 2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Watch the run. Watch the run. There you go.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
57. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All wow. 57. Mike, 57. He can't hang.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't
know. I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Now Cohen. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
15. Exit. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You're trapped. You're trapped. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. Watch the curl. Watch. Hey, 57, 57. Out. Watch the safety creep.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
No. Off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come back. Check, 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 check.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
57's the mic. Watch Delta.
No game on this defense, no game.
57. Mike, 57.
Check, 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 check.
From the 45 on second down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Switch, switch, switch.
Attack, attack.
458's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They're running. Ingram. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Smoke. Watch 57's mine. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
I'm here all day.
Easy.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Yellow.
Right down. There you go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58's the mic. Scene 6. 58, boys. 58. 58's the mic.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
90 is the mic. It's just smooth. It's just me and you. 90 is the mic.
Yeah. You don't want none.
90 is the mic.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Let's go. Do it.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for first and 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill. Attack, attack. Slam, slam, slam.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Now it's Ingram, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Attack, attack! Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
57.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch it.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yellow.
57's Mike. Mike 57. You ain't going nowhere. Fox trot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
That's what I do. Shift, shift. Check 43.
Hey, 43. Check.
Check out.
Yellow.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
A 40-yard attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's into the clear. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as the Bears push further out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Attack.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check 31, check 31. Check. Fresno.
15.
Wide, get wide. Check 15.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd. 19.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him. Switch.
Hey, Ripley.
57. Mike, 57. Or me. Talking about it. And bring it.
Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Watch General. West.
Hey, 43.
Bravo. Mike 57.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. This is Ingram. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Attack!
Ingram again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Let's get off the field.
Hero 15.
Tighten up. Check.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Check 52.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Cohen. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
My 7, let's go. 25, check 25. Hey, 57, 57, Colin, 57, Colin. Check 9, 49, check 49. Attack, attack. 15, 15. Hayward.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Yellow. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Alpha. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 15. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
That's the way. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. 3 birds, 3 birds, 3 birds. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, Colin.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 57. Drop deep, drop deep. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
They'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They try again with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Check it out, Reed.
They'll try to counter here, Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment, usually.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't